Right about 7 minutes past the hour now is the page of blame turning in the Gulf oil disaster. The scientific community now blasting the Obama administration's handling of that event. A report today accusing the White House and the federal government of acting too slowly in investigating the magnitude of that spill. This is government scientists report the oil slick now reaching a current that may take it eventually in Florida. Meanwhile, Louisiana's Governor Bobby Jindal saying the day we feared most is now upon us. He was touring the remote wetlands of his state, seeing that brown sludge and goose seeping into the shore and marshes. Jonathan Seri has seen it too. Live in Venice, Louisiana with the latest from down there. Where is the oil in relation to you, Jonathan, and what have you seen?
Bill, it is about 5 to 10 miles east of our location here at the Venice Marina of commercial fishermen finding it in Pasalutra, an area of wetlands. And as these commercial fishing boats that you see in our live shot come back, some of the fishermen are bringing back water samples with obvious oil contamination. So certainly a big concern among the commercial fishing industry, which is huge in this part of Louisiana, Bill.
What about the oil that's in that current in the Gulf? How much of a threat does it pose potentially to, say, the Florida Keys at some point?
Yeah, we're talking about the loop current. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has detected a small, what they describe as a small portion of the spill leaking into that current, which circulates in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico before feeding into the Florida Straits and ultimately the Gulf Stream out in the Atlantic. They say that it could be about a week before the oil in that current were to reach the Keys, if it were to reach the Keys. Very difficult to predict that current, though, but they say during that time, a combination of the natural wave action as well as natural evaporation processes and as well as the chemical dispersants that BP is using to try to dissipate this spill would mitigate the damage. They don't believe that it poses any short-term threat, Bill.
What are you hearing about this criticism directed at the administration, the federal government, for not acting quickly enough or assessing this early on?
Yeah, the government argues that it already has every asset in place to deal with this oil spill, but some critics, in particular some marine biologists and oceanographers, are arguing that the government's allowing BP to take too much of a prominent role in managing and evaluating this oil spill. But this is the tension that you're going to see between those who argue against less regulation of the oil industry, saying that regulation stifles competition and innovation, and those who say that there needs to be more regulation in order to prevent or monitor a spill like this one, Bill.
Venice, Louisiana. Thank you, Jonathan Seri, on scene there in the Gulf. Thanks.
Certainly.
Martha.